Great Scott! Listen, Marty! There's no time! Take this! Review it! Your future is at stake!
I'm not Marty. Alright, so here we are, like Doc said, my future depends on opening this new NECA, Back to the Future Part 2, 2015 Doc Brown figure, so let's do that. Let's take a quick tour real quick of the packaging. As you saw, it's got the really cool USA Today, Hill Valley edition of the newspaper on the front of the box here. It's actually a super fun, really cute read, so would definitely recommend checking it out once you have it, or we'll post pictures at the end so that way you can pause and read it. But again, you get some really cool art of the actual figure, as always. The really nice, of course, Doc in the box here. You can see all the accessories he comes with, the different heads, the emergency cache. And then on the back, some more stills of the figure, along with, who worked on the figure. That information is usually somewhere. There it is on the bottom there. So, great work, as always, by the folks who put all this together. Yeah, so let's cut and let's take a closer look here at 2015 Doc Brown. All right, and here we have Doc Brown out of the box. This figure is a Father's Day release, part of that the Target exclusive Father's Day release from NECA for 2021, along with King Kong and the Things McCready. And as you'll see in a moment, much like the Things McCready, this figure does not need any sort of help in terms of moving. The feedback that NECA has received about the paint, the frozen joints, they seem to be responding to it, and you'll see in a moment as this figure begins to move. But before we actually take a look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories real quick. Along with Doc, you get 2 additional heads. So the first head is you get the grinning head, which is awesome. It's that, he peels his face off and looks exactly the same Doc. Really kind of great manic Christopher Lloyd smile there. The likeness is fantastic. Yeah, very, very good job. Very, very good job. Seeing a Christopher Lloyd head like this with so much forehead exposed, I just kind of cover it up and think of how good a Fester Adams would look. But the other head you get is a more concerned Doc. So you get the Marty, Great Scott kind of face, which looks, again, the likeness is great. The paint and detail on it, there's some really subtle shading going on around the chin, for a 5 o'clock shadow sort of thing. Again, like the detail in the hair, the sculpting, everything, very nicely done. You also get 2 additional hands with Doc, so you get 2 kind of gripping hands as opposed to the 2 open hands that he has on. So that way he can grip his viewfinder, which is, again, really nice. There is some clear plastic implemented here along with the black. Really great detailing. It looks exactly like the viewfinder that he uses in the film, so very good. And then you get a copy of the newspaper that we mentioned at the top. It is literally just a printed on piece of paper. Like, it is just, it's very much so like a newspaper. Single-sided, there's nothing on the back of it or anything, but again, really cool to have this. They've been including some fun paper goods with the Back to the Future figures, like the invitation to the Under the Sea dance, and the slip that comes with Biff's car. So there's just a nice little plastic sleeve that it comes bundled with in here, so that way you can keep it nice. And then our last accessory is the emergency cache case. The emergency cache case, which is awesome. Featured very, very briefly in the film, but featured here in a very accurate depiction of it. So It is just a briefcase with years on it, 1955, 23, 17, 1864, 1861, so on and so forth, with different types of paper cash in it, because Doc is traveling time and he's got to make sure that he's got the right money so he doesn't get caught. So again, really cool. It looks like it has tape on the front of it, you know, emergency cash. Really well done. So very cool accessory. On to Doc himself. So Doc, again, like the if you watched our review of McCready, you'll have noticed that the textures and everything, they're using this new type of plastic rubber that really kind of does mimic a leather feel. Works really great for this this jacket application here on Doc. He looks like he walked straight out of Back to the Future Part 2. He's got the clear tie. He's got the Asian-inspired kind of Hawaiian shirt thing going on. The baggy pants. The strange second pair of pants tucked into his boots. His boots even have the antennas on the back of them. You know, all of the little doodads and everything. He's got the 2 watches, of course. The head that comes on him has the awesome sunglasses. So, you know, it looks like Doc. And in terms of motion, so again, you know, these figures are designed to do what Doc does in the film. So, you know, you're not going to really be able to get him into too many crazy, like, karate-like poses or, you know, action poses, but you can certainly get him into a run and move him. You know, his head moves unencumbered really well. His arms have the typical ball joints and single jointed elbows, and then into the hands, and, you know, the wrist swivel and pivot. His body, there is an ab crunch in there, so he can bend forward and he can bend back, and I love that it's hidden behind all of this plastic. So not, you know, a terrible amount of movement there, but enough. It's subtle. His legs, he can kick out. He's not going to be able to kick too far back because of his coat. He does have a single jointed knee. No problem there. And then he does have rockers and swivels at the feet. So, you know, Doc is going to be able to move. You know, he's going to be able to gesture. You know, it's there's really not much else you could ask from a figure like this. All right, so again, we have Doc here, and here's how he compares in size with the Doc from Back to the Future Part 1. Obviously, same height. Something else just kind of note, if you really wanted to, you could pop off, you know, the Christopher Lloyd head from Part 1. Skin tone is a little different, but, you know, if you really wanted to, you could put one of the Part 2 heads on Part 1 Doc. That way he doesn't have the, you know, the scar, you know, just a different head, just a different look on Doc there. So you could do that if you wanted. And then, of course, what is a Part 2 Doc without Marty? So, really great set here. As hinted at on the back of the box, we are getting Griff soon. You know, he is included as part of the cross-sell. As of now, though, there are no additional figures announced, so, you know, fingers crossed, maybe we'll get some more. I don't know who else you'd really want that would kind of be available. Crispin Glover seems to be kind of off the table, but who knows? Maybe we can get a Jennifer figure, maybe an Einstein figure, little NECA superposable dog. But yeah. So let's hit the fade and let's wrap this up.
So there you have it. There is your NECA Back to the Future Part 2 2015 Doc. Thank you so much to our friend at Toy DeLorean or at Toy Store Guide on Instagram for letting us use this wonderful DeLorean for this video. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there so that way you don't miss videos like this when we post new ones about the toys that we love. And while you're down there, hit that notification icon so that way you get notifications when we post new videos. While you're subscribing to things, make sure you follow us here at AIC_podcast on Instagram and Twitter, where we're constantly posting toy news, toy videos, toy photography, all the cool things going on within the toy community. And then last but not least, the podcast. So Adventures in Collecting Podcast, you can find us wherever you find podcasts simply by searching for Adventures in Collecting, or you can hit the link in the description below, which will take you to our website where you can find all of the things I just mentioned. Stick around after the fade for some additional photos of Doc here, and out of time.